Major changes are happening in Austin after city council members voted overnight to roll back some rules, often referred to as homeless ordinances.
That means it's no longer illegal to ask for money as long as it's not done aggressively. You still cannot camp in city parks or on private property, but police will no longer ticket someone for camping, sitting, or lying down in public places. About an hour ago, Austin Police Chief Brian Manley spoke about how the changes will impact his officers.
Now we'll have to establish that the underlying conduct posed a hazard or a danger to someone before we can take any action.
As KXAN's Yoojin show found out, that last part about camping still has many people worried.
Police Chief Brian Manley told the City Council under these new changes, if you set up a tent, say here on Congress Avenue, police cannot make you move as long as you're not blocking the public right-of-way, an entrance to a business, or as long as you're not posing safety risks to yourself or others.
We're taking a giant step in the right direction.
David Johnson says criminalizing homelessness was never the right move.
Those who are living day to day under the burden and threat of homelessness or houselessness let us know that they are harassed by the police.
He applauds the city for loosening the rules so people who are homeless can get the help they need, not a ticket. However,
this is about the next student who will be groped, followed, assaulted, or possibly murdered in the West Campus area.
We were chased. It's not pleasant to be so frightened.
Some people worry about safety and what will happen to downtown streets since people can now set up tents without getting cited. But the mayor says the city manager has been directed to come up with guidelines later this summer for safe places to camp and other solutions for homelessness. He doesn't think a tent city will be an issue in the meantime.
I just don't think we're going to see that kind of thing happen over an 8-week period of time. If it does, then there's going to be a lot that we're going to be able to learn and apply.
It is our responsibility as a city to learn from the poor planning previously implemented in other cities so that we don't repeat their mistakes.
The Downtown Austin Alliance has been very opposed to these changes. They sent me a statement saying they will follow closely as the city manager works on his recommendations. In downtown, Yoojin, KXAN News.
On KXAN News at 6 o'clock, we'll hear from the mayor about the solutions that he hopes to see in the city manager's recommendations to reduce the number of homeless people. Austin now joins several other major cities that allow camping within city limits. In Seattle, camping is also legal except in parks. In San Francisco, an appeals court ruled last year that cities could not criminalize people for sleeping or camping in public areas if shelter isn't available. And in Portland, camping is only banned on public property and public rights-of-way. Since officers will no longer be able to ticket people who are homeless for lying and sitting in public places, we wondered how many citations they usually write. Turns out that number has gone down significantly in recent years. In 2016, there were 1,400 citations. The following year, that number went down by the hundreds. Last year, officers wrote less than 600. And so far this year, there have been 55 citations for sitting and lying. It's not clear what's behind that decline.